And I believe Mr. Smith is back on as well, Judge.
Oh, wait, what happened to my background? Hold up. I think Zoom kicked me out, and I don't want you to see my messy office. Yep, it sure did. What a strange day. Okay, back into Zoom. All righty, good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez resuming the criminal docket for the 210th District Court for March 15th, 2022. All right, Mr. Pantoja, would you, I think, yes, we go back to Mr. Smith.
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2020-020-4117, State of Texas versus Edgar Ulysses Oliva Smith. Announcement, counsel, please.
Raul King for the state of Texas.
Ismael Pease on behalf of Mr. Smith.
Mr. Pease, is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I wrong on that?
That's me, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can you hear me or no?
Yes, now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we were outstanding pending an interview of your client, pending the motion to withdraw. I just wanted to make sure because Ms. King had, I believe, given you a new offer, the 18 months on a misdemeanor assault. Did you convey that to Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor, and he has rejected that offer.
Mr. Smith, sorry, is Mr. Pease correct? You are not accepting the misdemeanor 18 months probation? Mr. Smith, can you hear me?
I see him, Your Honor.
I know, I see him. Does he
We have
speak
an
English?
interpreter function. I don't know if we have
Oh,
all on
maybe
the
it's,
same
am
channel.
oh, was I on the interpreter still?
I've turned mine off. I don't know about everyone else.
And I would need, he needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
Oh, he needs an interpreter?
Let
I don't
me
know
try
if
and
you can-
get, let me try and get one
Yes.
back on. I don't believe he's connected yet, Judge, to the,
Audio?
yes, ma'am. He hasn't connected yet.
Oh, Mr. Pease, can you have someone, is he in your office?
Yes, can I just walk over there? Your
Sure.
Honor?
Can you go over there and just connect him?
Yes. I'll be right back.
Thanks. So let's see. Looks like the, oh.
And Mike from my office will be right there with him, Your Honor.
Okay, so he does need, I don't have a problem if
Yes, Your Honor.
somebody communicates it to him. in
And what I
Spanish.
was,
Mr. Pease, are you on the English
Mike.
channel? What are you on?
I
You're gonna
am
have to
on the
go-
English channel.
Okay, I think we're off it because we don't have an interpreter. I'm off the thing. Are you off, Judge?
Yeah,
Off?
I took interpretation
So
off.
go to original audio.
Mhm,
I just took it off myself.
mhm. If you can make sure Mr. Smith is, and I don't have a problem, even if it's not put on the record per se, that I get confirmation from Mr. Smith that he is rejecting the 18 months.
Mike, can you ask Mr. Smith if he accepts or declines the misdemeanor?
La oferta que le ofrecieron de los 18 meses de probation por el misdemeanor de violencia doméstica, si lo está aceptando o rechazando.
Lo estoy llenando porque puedo ser reportable, puede ser reportable.
He says he's rejecting it because he could be deported.
Okay, so there are immigration issues in terms of him being able to accept the rec. Okay,
Correct, Your Honor.
okay. So with respect to the motion to withdraw, I'm going to grant Mr. Pease's motion to withdraw and appoint now the public defender's office. Señor Smith, su abogado, el señor Pease, ha pedido
Retirarse.
retirarse de su caso. Y yo estoy de acuerdo con eso. Usted califica por un abogado designado por la corte. Va a ser el defensor público. Le voy a dar unas nuevas fechas para su caso y su nuevo abogado va a estar en contacto contigo, ¿ok?
Ok, gracias.
His new trial date is going to be November 4th. Su nuevo día de juicio va a ser el 4 de noviembre.
Ujú.
Okay. So we'll get him squared away.
Thank you, Your Honor. I greatly
Thank
appreciate
you very
that.
much.
Thank you. Gracias.
Okay. If you have good, Mr. Pease, if you have good contact information for him, Chris, if we could get Mr. Pease the settings as well, so that we can make sure he forwards those along to Mr. Smith.
You got it, Judge.
Thank you very much. Okay,
you.
thank you, Mr. Pease. Sorry about that.
Thank you. May I
All
be
right.
excused now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, who's next, Chewy?
Okay, Judge, I'm gonna try Clarissa Escajeda again, bottom of page 6, and I don't know if she's trying to connect or not. That's
Oh,
what's
yeah,
indicating.
God.
While she's trying that, Judge, I could bring in Sandy Martinez
Okay,
on top of page 7.
okay. I think I can go
Yes.
through these pretty quick. Ms. Martinez, are you there?
Sandy Martinez. They're probably not connected, Judge. Let me log them off and try and get their attention that way.
Anyone else ready? Jane Avocado, was that, were we on our reset date or are we just missing an attorney?
There, Clarissa, Jane Avocato, she's in the waiting room, Judge. I was gonna check her in, but when we get through, if you like. Clarissa just is in the waiting room. Maybe she'll connect this time.
I say just bring everybody in and see who connects and we'll
Yes,
take
Judge.
them. Jeez. I think maybe it would be helpful, not that I want to put more duties on probation, but maybe if you give them a little tutorial on how to connect. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it seems everybody's, all right, I see Ms. Martinez and I think she's connecting.
I'm sorry.
That's
It slowed
okay.
down.
That's okay. Everybody is learning Zoom still. So let's go with Ms. Martinez, Chuy.
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2018-0D01613. State of Texas versus Sandy Roxana Martinez. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Hi, Your Honor. Desiree Vallejo with adult probation.
Okay, we're scheduled for an admonishment hearing today. I did review the summary. Ms. Vallejo, if you could, I see she terms in 2023. I think we just had a new addition to the family. What concerns did you have for Ms. Martinez?
Your Honor, she's been doing fairly well. She reports as instructed. She completed all of her class that you ordered, all of your classes to include DWI repeat offenders, the parenting class, 60 community service hours, all UAs and ETGs have been negative. She did complete Aliviana's substance abuse program, and she continues to attend recovery support groups with Aliviana weekly. She has 6 test windows, Your Honor, that I did come across since she's been placed on my caseload. And she has 6 children. She just had one about a month ago. She does her best to test, Judge, but she does periodically miss some or test late. We have discussed it several times. I've told her to set extra alarms, but at this time, Your Honor, I was wanting to see if there's any way we can reduce those test windows so that she can maybe improve her compliance.
Mhm. What are her probation fees at?
She's paid everything in full, Judge, and she is current on probation fees. Her probation fees are at $25.
Okay, so we're going to reduce the test windows to twice a day.
Okay.
And if there are no other financial concerns, Ms. Martinez, I'm good. I'm not sure exactly. We may have had some concerns initially, which is why you were at 6 times, but I know it's an admonishment to me. I thought you had a good report and it seems like you have a lot on your plate. So continue to do well. Please don't fall off track, because if you do, I know I'm going to hear from probation and I don't want to be sanctioning you at all. You just do what you need to do, keep your life straight, okay?
Your Honor, may I
Monday.
ask for those 2 windows? You said 2 times per day. What times do you want?
So I would say something like, 5 to 8 in the morning and 5 to 8 in the evening.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe-
Alrighty. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congrats on your new baby.
Thank you.
All right, who's next, Tree?
Okay, Judge Ernesto Ramirez, page 7.
Okay.
It's cause number 2021-0D00847. State of Texas versus Ernesto Ramirez. Announcement to council, please.
Barbara King for the state of Texas.
Celia Garcia, on behalf of Mr. Ramirez, we are ready, Your Honor.
And Mr. Ramirez is present as well. What kind of update, Ms. Salayandia? What kind of update do we have?
So, Your Honor, his VA appointment was rescheduled to tomorrow. So I went ahead and talked to Ms. Avita from the Veterans Court. That is the contact that Ms. Chavez said that could help us. He has the signed release of information. We just need him to actually go to the appointment tomorrow. So we're waiting on that. And also, he did advise me this morning that the DWI court called him yesterday, but he missed the call. So he called and left this number this morning. So he's waiting on a call back.
So we're still not at where we were supposed to be. Why did, I guess the VA kind of does that, right? They tend to reschedule a lot. I mean, that's what I've seen in my personal experience. How are you doing, Mr. Ramirez?
All right. Still not really sleeping, but
Can you hang in there till tomorrow?
yeah, I got it. They canceled a lot. Last time they canceled as I was walking in the door.
Yeah, I have a close friend that gets service at the VA, and it's not unusual to have a lot of rescheduling. So my concern, though, is that you don't get off track for now. I do need you to follow up on both ends. I know we were looking at both of those, but I was hoping we would have had that appointment last week. The court, Ms. Garcia, is going to be in trial starting this week. So I don't want to say come back on Thursday. Ms. Salayandia, I'm going to rely on you to give me updates very quickly via email. I'm going to reset Mr. Ramirez for 2 weeks. Yes. We'll come back on the 29th at 10 a.m. If there's something in the interim that gets moving, I'm happy to sign off on stuff, modify them as needed if we're on the same page and if it's something that's, very workable. I mean, that's hopefully what will happen. And we'll see where we are. If not, we'll be back on the 29th. I hope we don't have to wait that long. Stay in touch, Mr. Ramirez. Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Anything else, Ms. Salayandia?
No, Your Honor, I'll keep you updated.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Who's next, Tree?
Judge Tejeda on page 7.
Okay.
It's cause number 2021-0D01246. State of Texas versus Ana Tejeda. Announcement of council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Macias for adult probation, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hela. Okay, so here for a status. Mr. Macias, what do you have for me?
Your Honor, I requested the status hearing early. Ms. Tejada right now is on a DWI with child under 15 years of age. We have currently the Smart Start in-home unit. Unfortunately, Ms. Tejada is employed with a foot doctor, but it is only part-time, and I think it's actually like the hours is actually a little bit less than like a 30-hour a week part-time job. Ms. Tejada let the machine go into lockout in December. She tells me the last day she tested was on the 25th. I look into Intox Law and I don't have any updated reports for November and December. She tells me that she did send them. They haven't posted them yet. The machine was barely out of lockout starting in March. What's gone? We are testing. There is some financial issues. I've had her bring some stuff. She hasn't given me everything, but just from the numbers, we are in the red on some of it. I still require some more information for some other stuff, but I expressed to Mr. Hada that we need a Smart Start mobile device. The machine we have is very old and is not up to date. When she did go into lockout, I told her I wish she had called me. I was here to let me inform me of this. Unfortunately, she did not. I was out in January due to coming out positive for COVID. And by the time I got to speak to her was in late February. It took me a while because she had changed the phone number, her cell number. And it wasn't only until email that she finally called me back, that she saw like a week later that I finally got a hold of her. But this issue about this was one of the things that I had to bring the court's attention and stuff. Ms. Tejada has 5 children. Her oldest son is on juvenile probation. She just informed me, sent me an email in the morning that he had been on the run, and I believe he was apprehended and now he's in custody.
I did review it, comports with a lot of the report that I received, the case summary. And so I had reviewed it, including the lockout, obviously, and have you on the lockout. My primary concern was to alleviate probably the financial constraints. There's a little more you're telling me today. So I don't really need to wait for further financial review. I'm going to waive the fine, court costs, reduce the probation fees to $25 retroactive to her date of from her date, the date that she was probated. And we're going to review her well, here's the thing. We're switching her out, right? We're switching the monitor out. I was going to say review her in 90 days, but she needs to switch out her monitor in 30 days. Okay. Hold on, Mr. Hada, I'll listen to you in a second. I know sometimes there's issues with the units, Mr. Macias, so as long as we have work on it, you can give me an update in 30 days. I'll work with her. Mr. Hada, go ahead. Or Tejeda. Sorry. You need to unmute. You need to unmute, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I borrowed some money and I'll be switching the machine this Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of work early.
As long as Mr. Macias confirms that with the court, yes, then I won't need to review until 90 days. Okay, Mr. Macias? I know Mr. Macias is a very diligent probation officer. If he's having trouble with you, he's gonna let me know. What I'm trying to do is help you be successful. I don't want any lockouts and I don't want any issues with your compliance. I don't need her. I don't know what her windows are, Mr. Macias. I just need 3 windows, okay, on the testing.
Your Honor, if I could, I would request 4. That is usually what.
No, I want 3, just 3 windows, okay? 3 windows. It's just a DWI with a child. It's not her second, right?
No.
No, yeah, we'll just do 3 windows. If she can't do that, we'll act on it.
I will.
Okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
Ándale pues. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
You too. Who's next, Chuy? Thank you, Mr. Macias.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Ivara, is Mr. Escobedo here? Yes, we need to take care of Mr. Ivara.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Yes, Judge. Let me get to you.
I have it. It's probably not, it's not on the docket. I know it's not on the docket. Calling cause number 2019-0D00586, State of Texas versus Oscar Ivara. Mr. Escobedo.
Yes, Your Honor. Justin Escobedo with adult probation.
Okay, and Mr. Ivara is appearing remotely as well. This is not scheduled for hearing per se, but I did indicate via email yesterday upon request for a travel permit through probation by Mr. Ivara. This is one that had been Mr. Escobedo, one of the kind of flagged cases, just a general DWI review. So, you know, Mr. Ivara, I just periodically do reviews on all my DWI cases. Yours was one of them. I had requested it be scheduled for a review. It was kind of coinciding with that there was this request for a travel permit. And in reviewing your case, I see that there were failures to report that I don't believe had either not been presented to the court back in 19, 20, December 20, March 2021, July 2021. And then on further review, it looks like you're driving when you're not supposed to be driving because you got traffic tickets back in, I believe it was July 2020, driving without a license, driving with no insurance, and you're on for a DWI third. And you want to go to San Antonio with your family. So my instruction to Mr. Escobedo, I believe, was to get me a bench warrant because you are in violation of your probation. So, Mr. Escobedo, have you had a chance to speak with Mr. Ivara?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke to him yesterday about not being able to have any sort of driving privileges. And Mr. Ivara spoke to me and he said that he understood that, you know, under his terms and conditions of probation, that he's not allowed to operate a motor vehicle.
Mm-hmm. So why is he driving?
And upon having a further conversation with him, Your Honor, he mentioned to me when he went to Albuquerque that his employer was the person that was driving the vehicle.
So we're out of town when you're not supposed to be out of town, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say I take your word for it, Mr. Ivara, that you're not driving. What does he do? What do you do, Mr. Ivara?
I'm a mechanic, ma'am.
You're a mechanic and you don't
Yes.
drive to work. Who drives you to work?
Well, my wife takes me to work and stuff like that.
Mr. Escobedo, I don't believe him. So
Your Honor, I'm sorry, you know, like I just try to make the money to pay you guys and
I understand, Mr. Ivara, but here's the problem. You were explained your conditions of probation. You're on probation for a DWI third.
Yes,
I bet,
Your Honor.
Mr. Escobedo, have you checked? Does he have a valid driver's license?
You know what? I haven't checked, Your Honor, but I could check that really quick.
So you're not even if you wanted to blow me off, the state of Texas probably has not given you a license to drive, so you're not supposed to be driving anyway.
I know, Your Honor.
That's why you got that ticket and when you were driving in 2020. Plus, you are on probation for a DWI third. So the way to handle it is to come to the court and ask for permission to drive after you've secured a valid driver's license and insurance. That's the responsible way to handle it. So what you tell me is, well, I don't care, I'm gonna drive. So that tells me that maybe you're out there drinking and driving. I don't know, but what tells me is that you don't know how to follow rules. Let me go look at the monitor again. What kind of report do we have? See, and that's the other thing. This case summary doesn't tell me much about, it tells me from In-home monthly summary from 128 to 228, 99 past test and 4 tests outside of the testing window. But you don't tell me anything about, let's see, hold on. 2019.
I've been really compliant with my machine, Your Honor.
Well, I don't see, Mr. Escobedo, I don't see that you provided me anything from 2019 or 2020 or 2021. I just get 2 months in 2022. And he's got 24 skip tests in 2 months.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I don't know what this,
I-
hold on, Mr. Ibarra. I'm
Yes,
talking
Your Honor.
to Mr. Escobedo. 11 face detection exhausted tests. What does that mean?
The face detection exhaustion, if I'm not mistaken, Your Honor, I don't know if that's like due to the actual interlock, but you know, keeping up with my due diligence, it's something that I'll be you know, keeping an eye out in the future. I mean, especially with providing information to the court as well.
Yeah, this is a wholly deficient report, because then you tell me he doesn't have any traffic citations. It took my clerk 2 seconds to find 3 driving citations.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's also something I overlooked as well, and I apologize.
So how am I supposed to let you go on vacation when you're just, I mean, I think I need a bench warrant.
Please don't, Your Honor.
Why? Why? You don't follow rules. You haven't. You told me you're telling me you've been real compliant, but you haven't been compliant. I mean, I have to be looking, right? I have to be looking and looking and looking to make sure. Otherwise, you're just doing whatever you want.
I've been paying my court fees. I've been doing my tests and everything, Your Honor.
That's what you say. If I listen to you, you're not driving, you're totally compliant, everything's great. But when I start looking, you're not. What kind of monitor does he have? Does he have a GPS monitor?
Yes, Your Honor, he has the SmartSphere interlock mobile
Yes.
device.
So I want a complete report. When is he wanting to go out of town?
Yes, that would be on the 16th, Your Honor, to San Antonio.
Tomorrow? You want to leave tomorrow?
No, I don't even want to go no more, Your Honor.
Oh, well, good.
I've been sick and I've been home, so my family has been sick, but I had already asked for the days, but I guess.
Has he done his ACOP days?
With that information, Your Honor, I don't have that information.
You don't have the information of whether he's done his ACOP days? Have you done your days in jail as a condition of your probation?
No, Your Honor, not yet.
Are you taking days off from work right now?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're gonna do your ACOP days. That's what you're gonna do. You're either gonna get arrested and we're gonna look at adjudicating you on this DWI, or you're gonna give me your ACOP days.
I will, Your Honor.
Okay, when are you gonna turn yourself, how much time do you have off from work?
Well, I could take the week.
Okay.
Well, I'm sick right now. I'm really sick right now. But as soon as I get tested, I could, that I'm clear, I could go and turn myself in.
You're gonna turn yourself in on Thursday. Let's see, you're gonna turn yourself in on Thursday. If the jail rejects you, so be it.
Okay.
You're gonna turn yourself in on Thursday. And they're gonna be consecutive days.
Consecutive days?
That means you go in and you don't come out until you're done with your 10 days.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay? I'm telling you right now, Mr. Ibarra, don't play with me.
I'm not trying to.
I know you don't strike me as somebody who should be presenting me a problem, but because nobody's telling you anything, You're probably taking an inch here, an inch there, and one day you are going to cause me a problem. Don't be that person for me. Don't be that person. You're going to do these 10 days, and I'm going to have a review in 30 days. No, we'll do 60 days. And Mr. Escobedo, I want a complete report on Mr. Ivara. This report is wholly insufficient.
Yes, Your Honor.
I feel very confident. I think I'm going to get Mr. Ivara's attention. I think we'll have him turn himself in at 8 o'clock, Marissa. So you have to turn yourself in at 8 o'clock on the 17th.
8 o'clock on Saturday.
And you do them consecutive. Go, you want to drive? Then you get with your probation officer, you get with DPS, you get your license, you get valid insurance, and you come back to the court and you tell me why you want to drive. The last thing I want to do is keep you from supporting your family, your kids, everything. There are ways to get around those things. It's not by breaking rules, okay? So you turn yourself in on Thursday, get your days done. We're gonna have a report back in 60 days. If anything comes up, I expect to hear from you, Mr. Escobedo.
Yes, Your Honor. With any sort of little misses or anything else like that, I'll make sure to notify the court of Mr. Ivara's progress with the interlock report.
Yes, that's what's supposed to happen. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if he doesn't show up, send me a bench warrant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Get
Your
well,
Honor.
Mr. Ivara. Take care. All right, who's next, Tree?
Okay, Clarissa Escajeda, Judge.
All right, do we have some audio going?
Okay, she's on, Judge.
Ms. Escajeda.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, okay, go ahead, Chewy.
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2018-0D04894. State of Texas versus Clarissa Christine Escajeda. Announcement, council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Adult Probation Department, Your Honor.
Okay, and Ms. Escajeda, you can hear us? I see you're working. Okay, so Ms. Ibabe, can you give us a quick update, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Cajeda was placed on probation on 5/7/2019 for 5 years probation. So far, we have all the classes completed: DWI, repeat offender, VIP, panel class, community service hours completed as well. We only have pending the 10 days of COP, Your Honor. We have the mobile device with the Smart Start company that was installed on 7/24/2018. The only, we have a test windows from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. She is reporting on a monthly basis, Your Honor. She's still attending Aliviane classes with Mr. De La Cruz. And the only problem that we have is some skip tests and history on that. She's been addressed to comply with the device, Your Honor. She is working at the Plaza Hotel. She works full-time. She got promoted 2 years ago, and she's been a cook chef. She's a supervisor. The work schedule is Monday through Friday from 6 in the morning until 4, 5, 6 p.m. It varies the schedule. The weekends also varies, all depending about how busy is going to be the time. And the reason for this request for the admonishment hearing is just to address the skip test. The last urine analysis that she provided was on 3/1/22, and it come out negative. No other problems with her urine.
Okay. So I had on here, we have the ACOP days outstanding as well, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Escajeda, how long have you been working here? I'm sorry, I may have missed it. A couple of years? And if you'll unmute, please.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a ton of skips. You're not in compliant fully with the monitor. I also have twice that you tested positive, once in 2020 and then once in 2021. Did you address these with her, Ms. Ibabe, or did you have her? Were you supervising her?
Yes, Your Honor. It was referred to the TAP program, and in which she did not need any treatment, only besides to attend support groups, AA meetings.
Okay. So here's what we have outstanding. You don't term until 2024, I don't know what your work schedule looks like, but I'm gonna give her a little bit more of a window, but I want to give her a time definite to complete your ACOP days. She has 10 ACOP days outstanding?
The 10 days, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Escajeda, you're gonna have 6 months to complete those 10 days, okay? You owe 10 days to do in the El Paso County Jail. I know with the work schedule, it's gonna be tricky. However she wants to do them, whether they're work release or weekends, I don't know if those work, if that works for her. I gotta think work release. I don't have a problem if she goes in, you know, later in the evening, let her out at like 4 in the morning so that she can get to work, that kind of thing. Whenever she decides to do it, she'll have 6 months to do it, but you got to do them in the next 6 months. Okay, Mrs. Escajeda?
Yes, ma'am.
And please get compliant on the monitor. I don't want to have to come back. I don't want any sanctions. It seems like you're doing some treatment and you're working and doing well. So I just want to see you be successful so you can be finished with your probation. All right.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else, Missy Babe?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can I be excused?
You may. Who's next, Trudy? Anyone else?
Okay, that should take care of the morning docket, Judge. Let me just check in the one defendant.
Okay.